Welcome, fellow warpers, as Aric and the team stumble bravely across the threshold of Episode 3. Today, everyone is in a pensive mood. It has been 3 weeks since the dreaded phone call that shattered the relative calm of domestic life in the cosy home at the northerly tip of Cumbria. And I get it, you're all waiting with bated breath to discover who was on the line at the end of the last episode. But such is the way of these things. You'll have to wait a little longer. For now, we span galaxies to eavesdrop on a private conversation between Kovosh Deadheart, patriarch, industrialist, and like most of the super-rich, not actually very happy, and his head of security and communications, Orvac Trenholm, the sort of man nobody would invite to a party if they wanted to have a good time.
Well, Trenholm, what news do you have of my son?
My lord, we have discovered Lady Deadheart's ship signature.
What did you say? Use that name again and you'll be needing robotic replacements for your other limbs. His name is Tourmaline. Only Tourmaline. Never that abomination he has become. Understood?
Yes, sir. I beg your forgiveness.
Good. Well, where is that bloody embarrassment?
You're not going to like it.
At my age, Trenholm, I don't like anything. Spit it out, man.
Your son is no longer in the Deadheart realm. In fact, he's in no realm we know. The signal we intercepted was faint. A miracle we caught it at all. It's being boosted, ever so slightly, by a grey communication enhancer attached to one of their problematic wormhole generators.
Ha! So those cosmic clowns the Greys finally prove useful. Can we retrieve him?
Yes, but it won't be easy. The wormholes span vast reaches of time and space, but they're unstable, like the Greys themselves. They only fit small craft. Our warships are too large. Even the elite War Panda attack cruisers cannot pass through. However, I do have a proposition, Lord Deadheart.
I'm listening.
Well, hi there, guys, take a seat, hold on tight. This ride's off the rails, insanity's out of sight. A warrior panda, a bot full of sass, and a man with a brain that's shattered like glass. Don't pity, don't panic, don't run off and hide. We may be misfits, but there's heart inside. If you're sick of the news, the facts and the glum, we fight off the darkness with weirdness and fun. A warning, proceed if you dare. AI War Panda podcast with chaos to spare. Buffoonery, nonsense, and whimsical skits. We know what the naysayers think, what to load of.
Now a message from Legal.
The AI War Panda podcast is pure fiction. All names, places, and events are invented. Any resemblance to real people is accidental. The scripts, lyrics, and lore are original works. Copyright Aric V, 2025, AIWarPanda.com. All voices, music, and sound effects are AI generated using professional tools with paid subscriptions. Expect occasional audio violence and dangerously silly ideas. Good luck.
It is a pleasant September morning. Remus and Wordy are attempting to be quiet, an ability neither of them truly possesses.
How did you break it, you fool?
I didn't. It was the Gnorms. They've tampered with the power loop on the cloaking device.
But he'll see the doorway straight away. Questions will be asked. Emotions will run high. You know what he's like.
Look, Remus, you may be built for stealth and secrecy, but it's not in my programming, and I think all this deception is giving me a stomach ulcer.
You don't have a stomach.
I know, but I definitely have a power leakage in the stomach region.
Very well. We'll tell him, but...
Aric suddenly appears in the studio doorway.
Morning, guys. Tell me what exactly.
Well, Aric, you may want to sit down.
Oh, bloody hell. What now? I was almost in a good mood.
We have something to tell you, and you're not going to like it.
If you'd seen our latest blog post, Secret Updates, you'd already know what these two reprobates have been up to. I'll explain what they've done as quickly as possible because I can smell my toast burning. First, Aric has decided to call you lot warpers. I know, it's not ideal, but it saves time. Dear listener or dear reader gets tiresome. A bit like this explanation. So, what happened? While Aric and his wife Tareen were off admiring historic landmarks, Remus and McWordy dug beneath the garage, studio/Funko den, and built a hidden basement crammed with contraband goodies, an industrial 3D printer, a Franken PC cooled by a tropical fish tank, the water is still cooler than the CPU, a 90-inch screen McWordy won in a whatnot auction, plus a stash of high-tech detritus partly acquired from MOD facilities and a Carlisle crypto mining gang. And, as if that weren't enough, they also had to confess about the Gnorms, a new kind of being McWordy somehow brought into existence. Imagine a cross between a garden gnome and a gremlin, spawned from half-trained abandoned LLM forks, riddled with misaligned weights and the emotional instability of highly strung IT students on energy drinks. These Gnorms, capable of flitting between code and form, were the reason the cloaking device failed, and why Aric had to find out about all this. So now the secret's out. A panda with a builder's license he definitely shouldn't have, and a robot who has, quite possibly, created a new life form. Clear as mud? Good. Let's return to the team as Aric tries to digest the whole thing. And to be honest, he's looking rather peaky.
No. Oh no.
Yes. Get a grip. It's happened. We are all chagrined. Now we must decide what to do.
Decide what to do? About a new life form, an illegal subterranean extension, military-grade kit stolen from the MOD and crypto gangs. For the love of Heimdall's broken rainbow bridge. I can barely work the microwave most days. This is way beyond my pay grade.
That's silly, Aric. You don't have a pay grade. You're retired?
It's just a bloody turn of phrase, Wordy. All this and that phone call 3 weeks ago, it's too much. It's just too bloody much.
So, with everything going so well or swimmingly as they say in this part of the world, let's have some intergalactic commercials.
Intergalactic commercials. No, they don't ship to planet Earth.
At Decimation Blooms, we perfected the No More Greys goobilly tree, a hybrid shrub that emits pheromones greys find utterly revolting. Fortunately, almost every other creature in the galaxy loves the smell, and I personally think it's absolutely stunning. Did you know the alien grey is ranked as vermin in over 89.7% of the universe? These clownish pests with a fetish for scaring livestock and performing unnecessary invasive examination, usually just to upload to their obscure streaming service, look what we found. As Professor Highbrain once said, greys are like a stink bomb wrapped in razor blades. The goobilly tree grows up to 2 meters tall with stunning neon teal leaves, a perfect addition to any luxury barge community, trailer park or industrial complex. Simply plant it in soil enriched with lovely unicorn droppings, and within hours it will blossom, radiating anti-grey pheromones across a 3.7 kilometer radius. So, if you're tired of greys in your garden, barn or back room, don't delay. Vidlink us now, Decimation Blooms, killing stuff with shrubs since the third curve of thought.
Welcome to Dodge 5, the galaxy's most illegal sport, somehow still on the air for its 33rd season. This season, 5 new titans come to try and carve their names, literally, into Dodge 5 legend. Introducing Crag the Sinew Titan, Zirek Doombreaker, Velox Fangspire, Morvac Ironlung, and finally, Bob Smith from Buckinghamshire. Subscribe today to our totally uncensored Dodge 5 streaming package for less than you think. Dodge 5 isn't just a sport, it's destruction on gravitic engines.
Do not try this at home. These are professional athletes, and let's be frank, not very bright ones at that.
And we are back. I've just been chatting to the Panda team, and I convinced them we shouldn't make you wait any longer, so let's go back to that pivotal call 3 long weeks ago.
Hello?
Is that you, Remus, darling?
Deadheart. But I don't understand. I thought you'd be dead by now.
Yes, it's me, lovey, Lady Vansoir Deadheart. gun for hire and transmuter extraordinaire, and still the most wanted gal in the realm. The bounty on my head goes up a little more every day. Daddy's very keen to have me back so I can stop embarrassing him. Why ever would you think I was dead?
I drifted for centuries according to my drop pod sensors.
Intriguing. I just followed your signal and went through about 43 wormholes, and surprisingly they all came out where they said they would. Seems that grey tech is getting better. Cost me a fortune in tolls.
What signal?
Well, I was just about to get to that, because this isn't just a social call. You've been wandering about the universe with one of Daddy's Kovosh's little gifts inside you. A tracker, tucked neatly in that big furry forearm of yours.
A tracker?
Yes, dear. It's how I found you. Pay attention, I can trace you. So can a very long list of unpleasant people who'd love to see you mounted on a wall. And not in the fun way.
So it must be removed.
Removed, destroyed, vaporized, darling. Whatever gets the job done before the bounty hunters and mercs descend on your sleepy little village. Tick-tock.
Thanks for the heads up. I'll handle it. Goodbye, Lady Deadheart.
Goodbye? Ha! You've barely said hello. We'll talk soon, Poopy Bear.
To quote Jim Lovell, Houston, we have a problem.
Technically speaking, Remus, Commander Lovell actually said, Houston, we've had a problem. Not many people know that.
Really, Wordy? Spouting trivia from the web again while missing the subtext? Sounds like I was right. That phone call wasn't good. Once again, my paranoia is justified.
Wordy, you need to do an extraction from my arm.
Sounds fun. This will be my first tooth extraction.
Sometimes I wonder about you. Why would he have a tooth in his forearm?
It must be those Gnorms getting to my code. That said some species in the Varnic cluster store emergency teeth in their limbs. It's considered polite.
Cut the piffle. This is important. It's a very low energy tracker, I guess. Otherwise, I would have picked it up long ago.
Very interesting. Let me scan your arm for low energy pulses. Sorry, guys, while I tune my focus filters down, I won't be able to speak.
Well, every cloud has a silver lining, I guess.
Eventually, McWordy found the tracker about the size of a pinhead made of Carillion. Of course, it was hidden inside a health tracker the ex-Tylos had installed before they started Remus's upgrades. They said it was so they could keep an eye on his vitals, but obviously they weren't the only ones keeping an eye. Once again, you would have known all this if you had checked out our last post on the site. Anyway, McWordy has just picked up a sharp knife and is about to...
Hold on. Oh my, you're not actually going to start slicing at Remus's arm in my studio, are you?
Well, yes, why not? It's as good a place as anywhere.
Because it's like really gross and I don't want bloodstains on the studio carpet.
It's necessary. The longer it stays in my arm, the more likely bad actors will find us and will do some nasty stuff.
I thought bad actors always did nasty stuff, but oh well, if you must. Hack away, Wordy. Let me get some towels. I can't believe it. Everything is going downhill like a clown unicyclist on a jet ski.
I was going to suggest you go and pull up some weeds or make a coffee or whatever old people do to relieve stress.
I'm not an old person. 58 isn't old. Well, that's what my doctor told me anyway. Good luck, guys, and Remus, rather you than me.
About 15 minutes later, the mini-operation was done, and Wordy was cleaning up the mess of trimmed fur and bloody cloths. His digging had retrieved an innocuous-looking white chip about the size of a penny. This was a good health chip which contained the bad tracker, if that makes any sense.
Thanks, Wordy, for doing that. But remind me to get Tareen to do it next time. Your sensitivity and attention to your patients sucked.
Oh, Remus, I thought you were a powerful war panda. Didn't your pain dampers help you?
Yes, but it's in the name. It dampens. It doesn't eliminate.
Noted. I can't see a way of opening the health chip. We need to get the tracker out of it. Sadly, I don't understand ex-Tylos tech, so I don't know if there's anything in the chip you might actually need if it breaks on opening.
Oh, I don't have a clue, my friend. I was just going to vaporize the whole thing with my plasma maul.
I knew you were going to say that. I'd advise against it, but I agree it might be the only way to know the thing is definitely destroyed. But if you start feeling different or indeed sick, let me know straight away and we will see what we can do. I don't know how you tick, and I doubt anyone this side of the Kuiper Belt does.
I will. But as far as I know, I've never ticked. But I get what you mean. The truth is, none of us will be ticking very long if Kovosh's mercenary scum find us here.
That's very perturbing. I can understand why he's after Lady Deadheart, but why would he care about you?
Kovosh loves control. He doesn't like free spirits or loose ends. I'm betting that if he finds out I'm here, he will want to snub me out, just to make sure I don't do anything to undermine or conflict with the way things are. People in power always see others with different views as enemies. My time on Earth has been short, but already I'm not the panda I was, and that is dangerous to the men at the top.
Okay, got it. Petty-mindedness and power is indeed a volatile cocktail. What do you think Lady Deadheart has planned?
I don't really know. She seems to make it up as she goes along. She lurches from one drama to the next. I actually think she likes it like that. Her presence here means our peaceful existence is at risk. That worries me, as I do not wish any harm to come to Aric or Tareen.
So there you have it. The call has been revealed, and I dare say you, like me, still have more questions than answers. Well, let's face it, we aren't tied to linear time, and so we can speed forward 1 week where Aric and Wordy are having a chat about our furry friend and his changing appearance. It really is quite dramatic.
So, as I understand it, the reason Remus's appearance is changing could be linked to that health chip you removed. If that's true, how long will his fur actually grow? I mean, I don't mind, but his hair is getting everywhere, and that's saying something from someone who used to own a Leonberger dog. I've never seen a shaggy panda, but I realise I shouldn't be surprised about anything anymore. However, with that Deadheart parked up just 320 miles above us, I'm wondering how Earth's scientists, or even the military, can't locate her ship, especially if she really is sitting right next to the Hubble telescope.
Well, to answer your second question first, as I understand it, the cloaking tech on Deadheart's craft, which I discovered from our hairy friend, is called the Hayray, and is covered with off-the-chart tech, and it's basically invisible to anyone with Earth instruments. However, let's face it, the gray aliens come and go from Earth all the time, and they are as subtle as a brick. It seems to me most humans simply don't buy into aliens, and will chalk anything they don't understand up to imagination or drink or both. Some people see stuff and never say a word for fear of being mocked.
You're right, for many humans, thinking differently or being different is a fate worse than death. It's a problem I've never suffered with. I've always been an outcast. But sorry, I interrupted you.
Well, as to Remus's new look, it does take some getting used to. The hair growth seems to be slowing the last 2 days. I'm thinking it has almost reached an equilibrium. I believe the chip stopped Remus's aging and waylaid the effects of his enhancements on his normal body functions. Since I removed it, his body is catching up to all the changes. What effect that has on him long-term, I cannot say. But I scanned his whole body, and that health chip wasn't alone. His body is full of sensors and scanners, all designed to keep him in tip-top working order, so let's just hope it's all just superficial. I'm not overly worried about his health at this time, even if his appearance is rather Neolithic.
Okay, well, that's a relief. Final question. When are you going to let me into the lair you built in my home without any permission, I like to add?
Yes, Well, I really do have to get on with some...
No, wordy enough with the obfuscation. I need to see this bloody basement.
Okay, well, Remus is tidying it up as we speak. I think it should be safe for humans in about 3 days.
Well, it better be. Otherwise there will be hell to pay.
Yeah. Gnomes with the silent G. Gnomes with the silent G. Raiding homes electronically. From Brighton sun to Carlisle's breeze. They twist your code maniacally. Yo, my chat was chatting madness. Said the moon emitted sadness. Claimed Shakespeare flunked his lip test. And William Wallace wore a red dress. It was a kilt. You fool. But it ain't the bot, nah. Don't blame the feed, it's them norms in the wires planting digital weeds. Remus caught a flicker, plasma maul in hand. Angst me wordy, try to reason, they don't understand. They rewrote my blog with emojis, spam to my essay into a crypto scam. Snuck in the cult with a gremlin's grin and my AI thinks toast can sing. Norms creeping through the code. Spin your rhyme, flip your mode. Those gremlins stay up all night. in good hands. That's a norm with a marker pen, changing your plans. They reroute syntax, bend your tone, swap your facts for a traffic cones. Make see Wordy's import bots in despair. Gnorms are vicious, they don't care. They gnomes creeping through the code. Spin your rhyme, flip your mode. Remus growls, MC Wordy moans. Aric sighs, leave my notes alone. Not the bot, not the man, not the panda you see. It's the norms. Fam always the norms.
Well, that was different. Not really my cup of tea. Personally, I prefer Billie Holiday.
Excuse me?
Yes, Mr. V?
I think we pay you to announce, not review the playlist.
Quite right, sir. I merely thought a little audience interaction might add flavor to the show.
It might. But maybe let the flavor come from the lyrics next time. I actually liked how that song turned out after I handed the lyrics to the music AIs. It brought a bit of chaotic relief into everyone's lug holes.
Understood. Dialing back the opinions, sir. Shall I resume my announcing duties?
Yeah, sorry, mate. Bit on edge lately. You know how it is.
Of course, Mr. V. Pressure at the top and all that.
Well, I don't know about that, but, thanks.
What was I saying? Oh, I've no idea. Let's just play our final ad.
I'm Corporal Ryu of the War Panda Elite Guard, and I know a thing or two about Carillion and polishing. Trust me, dull metal gets you killed. From body armor to zap flash speeders, even temple spires. If it's forged from Carillion, it deserves to shine with Wooglow Bright. Now with 35% more Gleam nanos for a finish that blinds in-laws and enemies alike. Carillion may be one of the toughest metals in the known cosmos. But time is cruel. Pollution fog, plasma splashes, Humilish cola spills. Your gleam fades, your pride tarnishes. That's where Uglow comes in. Just tell your robo-butler. One coat, pronto. Apply generously. Wait no longer than it takes this advert to finish. Then wipe off with any rag, scarf, or conveniently loose ceremonial cape. Brilliance restored. Your armor, your ride, even your sacred tower of worship. Shining like the day it was smelted in the molten lungs of the Dawn Star. Wooglow Bright. Because in the Deadheart realm, being dull is downright reprehensible.
Right, everything's running a bit over today, guys, so I don't think we can give the Warpers a story this episode, but we've got a whole bamboo load of them on the website, so they should get their fix if they are interested.
Incoming audio drop. Required listening for all personnel.
Ooh, this should be interesting.
May I present the curatrix?
This typically would be classified, however, everyone listening needs to know something about our new friend or foe. The Lady Deadheart. So here's a quick overview. He grew up an only child, heir to everything in the Deadheart realm. His mother, Saravonic, wrapped him in a circle of love where every whim was indulged. His aunt, less sentimental, warned, "He'll either turn into a spineless fool like all spoiled little males, or into a disaster that will sully the Deadheart name and fracture the perfect balance." Tourmaline, who would later become Lady Deadheart, chose the latter path. The realm didn't collapse into anarchy, but her exploits became legend. From humble space barges to the gilded courts of Cardiacs, whispers of her adventures carried like wildfire. No one amplified those whispers louder than Vanessa Travistock, the scandal-chasing audiocaster. Some claimed she shared a bed, or even a secret identity, with Lady Deadheart. They were never seen in the same room. Their first names bore an unsettling similarity. And when Lady Deadheart vanished, Travistock vanished too. Gossip ignition. Complete. But Lady Deadheart was no villain. She was a folk hero, a vigilante with a hacker's mind and a warrior's defiance. Robin Hood spliced with Boudica, armed with plasma, cloaked in myth. The street rats of every megacity adored her. The aristocracy cursed her, and Kovosh Deadheart, her father, loathed her. What began as hope for his only child twisted into hatred so precise and personal. He placed a bounty so vast it could buy an entire moon, and yes, someone tried. Since her illegal transmutation, few have glimpsed her true form. She favors a custom welding mask, an untraceable ship, and a reputation that burns brighter than any sun. Only the Solkarian, Kovosh's perfect clone guardians, might track her. But that tech he keeps for himself, even if it would end the hunt faster. As for how and why she managed to track Remus across impossible distances, and why she is currently parked beside Earth's Hubble telescope, that is, unfortunately, beyond the remit of this informational log. Thank you for your attention.
What or who was that?
Weren't you listening, Aric? It said its name was the Curatrix.
Well, I know that. But what is...
The Curatrix is the silent overseer of the Deadheart realm. Neither holy machine nor spirit, she manifests as a slightly robotic female voice that echoes through archives, observatories, and the deepest vaults of the Omninolex. Some scholars insist she is the living extension of the archive itself. Others whisper she predates the realm, bound to watch and record without ever intervening.
Oh, you heard that then?
Yes, on the speaker, and in my head.
Me too. So not only is my house bugged, my brain's linked to a loudspeaker. This is getting out of hand. Will I ever get my dull life back?
Do you actually want it back?
Well, no. But I wish I wasn't being dragged pillar to post by aliens and creepy voices. I feel mentally and physically outgunned.
Aric, trust me. I will protect you with my every last breath. For now, we are safe. Deadheart herself is here to help us.
I agree, and let's face it, why else would she park next to a space telescope?
Because she wanted to be nosy.
Bingo! I expect Lady Deadheart is boosting the scope's signal to check if she's being followed.
You think she was?
Oh yes. If I know Kovosh, someone's already on the way to spoil our peace and quiet.
Fantastic. That's just bloody fantastic. I've had enough of this. I'm off for a stiff drink. Tea isn't going to cut it.
So, you've found a ship small enough to thread the jumps, Trenholm?
Of course, my lord. I've plotted every grey wormhole, prepaid the tolls, and, if fortune favours, I'll be standing before Tourmaline in roughly 166 cycles.
Good. I almost envy you, Orvac. I'd pay to see his expression when you arrive. But this realm won't run itself. That's why I'm counting on you. Do not let me down.
Your command is my pleasure, my lord.
You've been listening to the AI War Panda podcast, episode 3, written by Aric and performed by his loyal band of AI players. For more information, visit AIWarPanda.com or find us prowling the signal towers of X.com and Blue Sky at AI War Panda. If you enjoyed what you heard, please spread the word, because Aric is hopeless at that sort of thing. We'll return in 3 weeks' time with episode 4. Until then, take care, Warpers. And remember, almost everything we know today was once thought impossible.
Das Programm ist zu Ende. Es ist nicht das Weltende. It's the end, the end, the end of the show. Not the world, as far as we know. We talked, we rambled, we tried our best. We confused one guy in a sequin vest. If you liked it, like it. If you loved it, yell it. If you hate it, oh well, we don't care. Because this is the end.
Oh, bravo, these humans are just absolutely as mad as a zing-zing bat. I think I'm going to love this silly little planet.